Well, welcome to Playboy Entertainment. I'm your host, Playboy Stepper. And yep, you know what the title is. I'm gonna be talking about this. Like, this was back in 2017. Just for some of y'all to know about it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. So, let me tell you how this all started. I made a YouTube account. And, no, I made a YouTube channel. And it was just me just posting random things. Anything. Just memes or whatever. And I just trying to enjoy myself. And later in the next school semester, like when I was in seventh grade, yeah, and I was just trying to like post up anything, trying to get some subscribers and thing. You know what it is. And this one girl, I ain't gonna say nothing, but her name is Sally. And so Sally was like, she was like a sweeter version of a other fat friend, a light skinned friend Hannah. And Hannah, like, she was a little bit toxic, and she was just like, she was ratchet and everything. So I was just trying to like just try and hit up on Hannah, cause she a little pretty though, I ain't gonna lie. And she just break up with one nigga. And what I didn't know was like they was friends at the time. And so they tried their best to like get me in trouble and stuff at this time. So just breaking on parts of the story. And in the meantime, like they had other people that was like making other stuff on me, and like even in the comment section, like they was causing so much problems talking about he's so ugly and thing, because they know I would respond back, because like at the time I was a little bit stubborn at the time, you see. And they was, and I'd respond back saying, you want a cookie, you want a cookie, why you was talking, boy, like shut up, boy. And they was and they just respond back talking about from Starbucks, but not from you. And one other person comes say, we don't like you. You have the IQ of a doormat. And at the same time, if you don't like me, then why you up on this channel in the first place? Like, cause I don't know it's them who subscribed to me anyways. And then this Sally, she made a fake account just to go on get me in trouble and start something to say. Like, what your fucking problem is? And blah yada yada. Like, she put down the whole Old Testament right down there. And like, I was like, what the fuck, you talking a little too much? And I didn't respond back. I'd just say, hmm, sorry. And she'd have come back to me like, here's what happened. She'd have come back to me and say like, like she said this in school talking about, and I found out it was Sally who said it, because in one of the paragraphs she'd also talk about getting me suspended and stuff. And she definitely said I was gonna get you suspended. And then that's the same word she said back in the paragraph. And I ain't gonna lie, I just saw like I ain't like reported yet, cause one, I was gonna get in trouble first, and then until one Wednesday, well, my parents had to go meet up with the guidance counselor and all my teachers, cause when I was failing, I was doing so bad and stuff. But that's another story for next time. So I was just in class when all of this was happening, and just thinking about how worse this day could get, and I just trying to enjoy the day. And at break time, I just finished eating. I won't go to the bathroom to go take a piss. And I see everyone around the bathroom like, what going on? And then they was locking people, like they was blocking the door down. And after I saw all of this, I see, and I just ignored them and just went to go take a piss. And then me ignoring them wasn't enough. So after all of this happening, um they was like, they was getting me in trouble trying to like push down the door and stuff. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was holding on the door, but at the time there was also something happening. Like, there was also this one nigga. He's another story for next time. Like, it was me, three other niggas, one other nigga, and one emotional nigga. And Let me tell you something with this emotional nigga. I could beat him in a fight, but he's so he's so emotional. Like he is acting like a little girl sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. He has cried sometimes. And throughout all of this happening, like he was actually trying to come out and don't cause trouble. And then the one other nigga, let me tell you about this other nigga. He Grammy was principal at the time, and he was like he can get in trouble a lot. At times, like he would get in trouble like classroom, but non like suspended or something. And I tell you, I look at him, he look at me, he saw me in there, he was laughing, and then he was holding on to the window. Like it was a lot of windows, like them fall down windows and stuff. Like he broke down the window, and then that's when everyone ran away after they saw that. And then when senior, no, when um the man for discipline, he came around talking about, all right, go to the office, go to my office, let's talk. And I need to tell everyone who was in the bathroom or like holding down the door, stay out asking questions, who was holding down the door and everything. And like so like let me tell you the thing about this. I wasn't even supposed to get in trouble and stuff. And all this time happening, I just go in this office with my bag and stuff. And here's what happened. He asks us questions, he bring in witnesses talking about, so why he was messing with the window. I tell him I wasn't messing with the window, it was him. And this dude, he was like, and then we bring that same person up who broke down the window, and he lied in front, and he actually believed them, and all of us said it was him, because we all know it was him, because he did say it, because he did broke down the window, and there was a lot of witnesses. Like, sorry for this bad storytelling. Like, boy, it's so hard for me to tell a story nowadays, boy. I so shy, I so nervous, and let me just get on with this. So, um, after like couple minutes, like I was supposed to be in science by now, and half period, they was already talking about like, okay, so Department of Discipline was talking about, okay, so let me get this straight. Y'all was holding on the doors, y'all was in there playing, y'all was, you broke down the window, he was meaning me, and yep, that's how it went. And then and here's what he say, just so I don't have to get you suspended, just so you can learn, or you'll get one lick. And like, boy, all it was like, oh my god, boy, because like it wasn't us who was getting in trouble, because none of us wasn't even in trouble. Like we was like false justice, you see. And like I get the second lick, the emotion, like he get the last lick, and he was crying too. Like he was the only one out of all five of us just crying, boy. And then at the moment, there was this other nigga who was holding on the doors, and that same nigga break down the window. They was right there going, like laughing out through the window, like they was calling after some bad up in the world. So we seeing this happen, and he looking at us getting like, I just go and get my bag and ignore them. And then I went to class, and then I realized, like I see everyone in there just goofing off and everything, because our teacher was in there and the current was off. So you know what it is. And like at that time, because that's them two girl, that one girl was in a class, and then the other girl was like at the time there too. So I was just trying to like enjoy the rest of my day, because yeah, that already done happened. And after that, I was just like dealing with some stuff and everything else. So I gone to the guidance counselor, and he was talking about what happened, because the emotional nigga was right there crying right in front of him. And like he was telling everything and everything else, and yeah, I tell him you only give us one lick, and you see he only cried from one lick, right? So you don't know he emotional now. He probably still emotional now. I ain't gonna lie. So after all of this happening, Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me land the chat. As a matter of fact, hold on. So after all of this, we went to break. We went to break on the mall. I mean lunch, and at the time it was already over, and then everyone was like around, and like even this girl, there were two girls who was around, like, and let me tell you something. I was just trying to like enjoy the day because you didn't know this day was gonna be terrible. So after all of this happening, so after all of this just happening and stuff, like she come around me talking about, ah my god, you get lick, and I call the girl fat, and like she tell her say it one more time, and I say it, I call her fat, and then her and her friend come walk up talking about, like they go and walk up in the bathroom together, like yeah, like that, and like that's one thing I don't understand. Why girls go walk to the bathroom together? Like, what you gotta discuss that is so important. And then like there's, and then I didn't even know at the time because they was discussing about, and like I probably hurt her feelings or something because they went to the office. They went right into guidance counselor office just to go get me suspended and everything. And so after all this happening, she I went to they take me to the guidance counselor, and then they bring that same emotional nigga and the other nigga just to get me in trouble. So I don't want to talk about what happened because I'll just leave it for another story about this emotional nigga. So he was in this office just trying to get me in trouble and stuff. And after this, I had to go tell him my YouTube account. But like I say, if you ever find that, please flag that entire channel. Every single video on that channel, flag it. Because I'm trying to get that off YouTube. Everything off YouTube. I already get 2 videos flag off it. So, in the meantime, right after the time, alright, go to class. I can deal with it tomorrow. And so, they talking about, you could get suspended. My own teacher bring me up to class talking about something else, and I wasn't even like talking about no one. Like that's so much like everyone in class wanted me to get in trouble a lot. So I was like, oh god, but I know what's wrong with this class, you know. Everyone trying to get me in trouble and stuff. So after all of this on this Wednesday, I telling you they all talking about yeah, yeah, like we all just talking about my situation and everything, and talking about how I could go. But here's the thing: they don't know everyone don't know I innocent, but they but all them witnesses don't know. No one could believe them because the decision was already final. And so next day I built up the school, and only 2 classes I gone in until they sent me to the office. And if you know my old school, they'll just put you right up to the office, sit right there a long time. Not even let you sit inside, but they want you sit in the heat, boy. And imagine if it just start raining, boy. And so after all this, the principal come up to me and talk about, you was the one who did it. I tell her, yes mom. But I tell her, when I was gonna tell her, she cut me off. And then she asks her questions, saying, you have any guilt? You ever feel guilty? And I tell her, yes mom. Like like the kid wasn't on my face. Like other day I was like crying and everything, but I was trying my best not to cry. Like, oh lord, I was a bitch back then. So you just trying to like enjoy the day and stuff, and so everyone that come with me just to come make fun of me, and everyone's like just trying to chill. Like I tell everyone chill out off of me, and boy, and I did this while I was crying. I ain't gonna lie, like that's how you know everyone was cold back then. So I was just like only just trying to like enjoy the day, and then these 2 girls, Sally and Hannah, pull up with middle fingers talking about fuck you, this is what you get. And oh my god, like boy, and the thing is they ain't even getting in trouble, and they know they supposed to get in trouble, boy. That's the thing, boy. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I hate at the time, but I never get no justice or anything, and they was the ones who supposed to be getting in trouble and stuff. So 3 o'clock, they give me a note. So 3 o'clock, I can't remember what it was again. It was the apprentice. Like she did give me one letter talking about give this to your parents. And at the time I was waiting for my daddy to come home, and boy, he came early, and then me and my daddy was in the car like, oh, and then like this emotional nigga come out of nowhere talking about with this other nigga I don't like, another story to be talking about. And he said, ooh, Playboy is in trouble. And I ain't gonna lie, when he just say that, I wanna go break him up. I actually wanna go break up all two of them, cause one, if I had to go punch up him first, he was continuing me, but I ain't watching nothing. So at the time, like I couldn't do nothing about it because my daddy was right there and I wasn't, and I ain't trying to make my situation even worse. So I just had to deal with it, and we went home. And then my daddy saw me by house, and he just said, "Oh my God, son, you feeling and everything? Oh my God, like you was in the car for the longest. You don't know how long we was in the car." So he was talking about you get suspended for 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Monday. And after you say all of that, like he was talking, saying, "Oh my God, like you feeling everything, and you call this nigga a person of ass." Like that's another story for next time. Like I have a lot of stories to be talking about. So, um, I was just trying to like just trying to stop crying and everything, and I was trying like at the time, like I was really acting like a little bitch at the time, cause boy, oh boy, oh boy, I wanted to cry so bad. Like, and then later on the day, my dad took me for a bit, and then he took me home at 7, and then mom's was home, and then or two of them confront me about the situation, and my phone get taken, everything. Yep, yada yada yada, the basics. Like, but I ain't gonna lie. Then she showed up with my uncle. I know why he came. Cause one of them videos up there was like, yeah, and don't worry, I delete that in time before all them could see it. Cause oh, but the videos, for some of the videos, I need y'all to flag that video, please. It'll be good if y'all could flag it for me, real good, please. So so if you could flag it for me, that would be so nice. Thanks. Um, I was so I was just trying to like, so I was like just trying to go do this, no, go to this place at the time. I remember mom said to do something for a church service, and well, I tell my boys what going on because I was still crying and everything, but and like I tell them I get suspended and everything because of this girl, and boy, I ain't gonna lie, they feel bad for me too. So they tell me about, I tell them what going on and everything, and boy, they feel bad for me and like, hey boy, don't worry boy, everything will be good boy. And yep, I believe them. So I went, so after that day I went home just to go stay, and boy, them 3 days was terrible, I ain't gonna lie. I had to get, most of the time I was with my daddy until he found a tutor for me, yeah. And oh, I and like Sunday, like yeah, everyone and or my boy to tell someone else about it, and you know people is when they talk they stuff and stuff. And yeah, like she didn't know in time, like yeah. So I was just trying to like enjoy my day and stuff, and like I was trying to enjoy my Sunday, and mom's was like, and say, hey, you better stop doing dumbness and I go study. And she was around me too. She was around me too. So Monday passed and Tuesday came. I was no, you know what? Let me talk on Monday. So on Monday I was like, I don't know. So like Monday, oh yeah, I remember now. Like Monday I was like by my daddy's house, by my daddy's house with my cousin. So we wasn't doing much. He told me go study and stuff. I went just to go outside a bit. And I tell my cousin about the situation, and he tells me he never get in trouble for this. Like, you need to do better too. So, after telling me all of this, like, I wasn't even man to say something. Because I don't understand why you gotta do this to me. Like, it's already been a day of this. So, at the time, I was just like, he was just like, no, here's what just happened. Like, he was just like, telling me, hey, don't be doing this stuff in the future. You got it? You got it? And yeah, yeah, I tell him, yeah. So, so Monday gone, on Tuesday, the day I came back, they set me down right in the office just to go talk to the vice principal and everyone else, talking about, you shouldn't be doing this stuff, and yeah. So I was like, um, I was just trying to be like, stuff, you know what I mean. So after all of this happening, I was just trying to like tell them what happening, and still wouldn't believe me. So they sent me to class, and it was right around break, and everyone's like shocked. So um after all of this happening and stuff, like I see them two girls, they the little smile on their face, like, and they bust a middle finger at me. So I just say fuck that. So all my boys just come in, well, welcome me back and stuff. Say you got the airline, and they ask if your daddy beat you, and I tell them yeah, even though he didn't. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he wanted, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was, you know, I was in grade 7 and I was a little youngin'. I ain't gonna lie, I shoulda get beaten, cause boy, I do wrong, but he just didn't. Like, I ain't saying like he ain't spoiling me, cause he ain't. That's a good father. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that girl, them two girls father, they spoil. Like, whoever raising them, they spoil, cause one, you get me in trouble and stuff, you see what I mean. So I really ain't gonna complain about it. So yep, that's the story. Like, comment, and subscribe. And moral of the story is, don't cause trouble with girls, cause they could get you suspended. And don't ever, when a girl say they love you, they don't mean it. So don't believe what any girl says. If she actually meaning it, she gotta show you what it means. She gotta show you what love means. So yep, like and subscribe, and peace.